What does Golden Week have to be for you in order for you to say, F anniversary, I'm going to summon? Since I asked you that question, I'll answer myself. If Z Broly is involved in this celebration, you already know this, I'm going to summon. And as I've been mentioning all throughout this course for, saving for the anniversary, if something drops that it's your favorite character of all time, you love that character, do what you gotta do, right? Summon. At the end of the day, if you don't care for anniversary, you don't care, right? And Z Broly is that character for me, but there is something I want to see a little bit more than, I guess, Z Broly, because I really want to save for anniversary, so I'm praying we don't get a Z Broly before anniversary. And the theme I'm going with here is Majin Buu Saga. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the only thing that's truly propelling this motive of mine is LR Kid Buu. I want this to be the part 2 character. I'll also say this, I think this is a very interesting point that we have to bring up. You guys know this character here, LR Babidi and Buu. This character released, this is a Prime Battle LR. This character released before the STR Prime Battle Gohan. And Prime Battle Gohan has his Easy 8, but this character doesn't. What are they saving it for? I guess we'll have to see. But for right now, Majin Buu Saga is the theme that I want to. Actually, you know what? Let me I'm gonna pull this up and I'll let's drag it over here just really quick. Okay, so Majin Buu Saga is the theme I want to go with, and of course the part 2 LR I really want is LR Kid Buu, which begs the question, okay, what does the rest of the celebration look like? I'm going to show you my Dokkan Festival picks, I'll show you who I want to see for the banner units, and of course the EZAs. Let's start off with banner, it's going to be a dual Dokkan Festival banner, we already know that. Golden Week drops dual Dokkan Fest at the beginning, and then an LR in part 2. So part 1, I don't think we're going to get, dual Dokkan Fest LRs, but it would be sick if we did. Regardless, I want Ultimate Gohan to be a legitimate Dokkan Fest contender. If you look at Majin Buu Saga, it's, you could argue that Ultimate Gohan deserves to be the LR, but I think Kid Buu deserves. Kid Buu is probably the most deserving character of that LR status, I think, in the entirety of Dragon Ball Z when it comes to Dokkan, because it's just crazy how he doesn't have that status yet. So we're giving that LR status to Kid Buu, which means Gohan will be a Dokkan Festival character, and we actually do have quite a few Ultimate Gohans, but none of them are actually legitimately great, right? So this guy is going to be replacing all of those bozos, and he just needs to be the #1 in the game. It's pretty simple. And then the banner unit, I think, would be a Fat Buu. Okay, if you look at all the Fat Boos we have, there isn't really one that's like a massive standout. There isn't even a single LR Fat Buu, just, by himself. We do have a few sprinkled around here, but nothing really like notable, right? And this Fat Buu, I'm imagining, could be a power absorption support, artificial life form support. I would love a Majin Buu Saga support, or maybe even a Majin Power support, but I don't really know how many people are actually running Majin Power, so I guess we're gonna have to see how that goes. But yeah, if you look through here, Majin Buu isn't really, like, we have, again, this, this Tech Buu, Fat Buu. We have the Fat Buu from the Hercule and Fat Buu character there. We have the STR AoE Fat Buu, and then is that it? There has to be more, and again the physical one as well. So yeah, there's a few, but nothing really notable. So I think we could definitely get a new and improved, better version of Fat Buu. That's banner number 1, and banner number 2, I went with an evil Buu. So the reason why I went with this is because we don't have a top tier evil Buu in the game. We have a top tier Kid Buu, we have a top tier Super Buu, we have a top tier, Fat Buu. Do we have top tier Fat Buu? Actually, I guess I forgot to mention the tech one, right? Yeah. But just a standalone evil Buu, like, a premium character that transforms into Super Buu. Okay. The transformation condition could literally be turn 1, like that OG physical angel, you know, golden Frieza from TOP. And maybe he stacks in base, and then if you transform, he just gets like a massive, you know, attack buff or whatever the case may be. So you just really want to decide how you're going to play it at the end of the day. But I think this would be really cool, giving this Boo a premium character, and then LR Kid Boo in part 2 would really complete the premium lineup for all the Boos in the game. And of course, we're still missing a few versions of like Super Boo, right, with all the absorptions and stuff. But at the end of the day, like we got representation. If we have this guy as a premium character, we'll have representation for almost every, you know, major Boo in the game. And I do really think this Boo is major because he is the step right before Super Boo popped out. So the animation, of course, would be him, you know, turning Fat Boo into chocolate, then eating, and then turning into Super Boo. That is my dual Dokkan Fest idea. And then the banner unit, of course, I would like to be a Gohan and Elder Kai here. I think the unit could be pretty interesting. I would imagine the intro, it would be cool if this banner unit had an intro animation. I don't know if they would actually do that, but imagine Gohan pulling out, or I guess it could be in the super attack, Gohan pulling out the sword, and then, you know, Elder Kai pops out or whatever the case is, and then Elder Kai says, yo, look out, an attack is coming, and then Gohan like doesn't. Again, I don't know what the animation would look like. I see it being like a Dokkan original kind of moment, but I think it would still be pretty cool. And then a character like this could easily support, you know, Majin Buu Saga, or really whatever I don't know what the categories would look like, to be honest. But as long as they make the character legitimately good, especially on, you know, the limiting categories, I wouldn't really have a problem. I think it's also a unique moment to capture as well. So that is the banner right there. Ultimate Gohan and Fat Boo, and then transforming evil to Super Boo with Gohan and Elder Kai as the banner unit. Let's hop into the EZAs. Again, I remember I told you LRK Boo Part 2. So the EZAs that I'd like to go with for this celebration, Part 1, I would like to do our boys here, Angel Goku, as well as Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So these two would be the Dokkan Fest EZAs in part 1, and this would give Super Saiyan 3 Goku his part and his representation within the celebration, because a lot of people can't think of Majin Buu Saga without thinking of Super Saiyan 3. I get it. So we have to sprinkle in a little bit of Super Saiyan 3 love here, and I think if they make this EZA really good, we're gonna have a lot of good Super Saiyan 3 characters in the game. The STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku just released for global. The physical transforming one is still good, you know. So it's like this would definitely be a nice option and a nice upgrade for the team, as well as the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So let me know what you think about those two. And then the free-to-play EZAs I'd go with for this celebration is, you know, literally the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, and then the Majin Vegeta. These are essentially the what's it called, like the battlefield characters, right? And with this, I would love if they upgraded the amount of battlefield memory we got during the celebration. That would be great. And I meant like a permanent buff. So every single time from this celebration on, when you complete boss rush, or not boss rush, sorry, ultimate clash, you're essentially getting a boosted amount. So instead of, you know, let's say you got 10k round 1, it's 20k. Maybe they double it, right? There's just so many LRs in the shop and so many things you can buy in the shop. It's about time that they upgrade it, because these things are becoming more expensive, but they're giving us the same amount of currency. I don't really understand how that's supposed to work. Maybe they did increase it. I didn't notice. I don't know, but they need to definitely increase it for sure. So that's what I would go with for part 1 EZAs. And then part 2 EZA, I would go with Ultimate Gohan. I mean, I think this is going to be, dude, if this Ultimate Gohan is like game breaking, and then they EZA this guy, could you imagine that rotation? Could you? And if they give this guy Cold Judgment, oh my god, it's gonna be over, dude. This is gonna be a nice rotation for sure. Let's just leave it at that, okay? And the reason why we're all so excited is it's insane, dude, because just the stats alone, I think I made a custom EZA video on my channel where I showed that if you just, like, I think I went in and I just gave Gohan an EZA without actually changing anything in his kit, and he was stacking so fast. It's scary, dude. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do with this guy's EZA, and because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't EZA him. But I think it's time to give our king one final stand for the next 15 years. You know, so that's EZA for part 2. I'd also like to see this Gohan get an EZA. Granted, he is a movie heroes buff, so I could see why they wouldn't do that. Also, if a Z Broly celebration is imminent, then they'd probably save this for that. But at the end of the day, I still want to see it. And then we also have the Prime Battle LR Boo get their EZA. I think it's, you know, it's definitely time, since a Prime Battle EZA that dropped after them already has their EZA. And then, as I already spoiled, last but not least, we do have this Super Boo that's actually obtainable from a story. It's the OG, you know, Boo Dokkan event here. He is a reward card, and then you awaken this guy into this Tech Kid Boo. And then currently you can rainbow this guy, but unfortunately he doesn't have an awakening or EZA. And I really do think they'll give him that, especially when you consider some of the other characters that have received awake. Like, for example, the Int Pod Frieza that was available from the OG Frieza Dokkan event already has, and they honestly, let me see if I can pull it up just to show it to you. Let's do Sworn Enemies. And it's going to be this Int Frieza right here. This guy was look, this guy awakened back in 2020? Was it that long ago? Jeez. Hold on. Yeah, so as you can see, this character was available from the OG Frieza Dokkan event stage. I mean, it was before this art was even a thing, obviously. And this is 2016. This Boo was what? Yeah, 2015. So this guy got an easy. Is it 4 years? Hold on. Let me see. There's no way it was 4 years ago. Has it been that long? It's about to be 4 years he got his awakening, dude. Well, it's already. No, it's not. Okay, yeah. That's insane. That's insane. Jeez. Well, yeah, this character already has their awakening in EZA, so the next Majin Buu Saga celebration, I genuinely do expect this character to get an awakening in EZA as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, what does the celebration need to be for you in order for you to say F it and summon? When Golden Week does a release, remember it's going to be at the end of April, towards the end of May. That is basically the time frame there. I will keep you updated. Subscribe if you're new, subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.